Hi everyone, welcome to Yachting International Radio. You're with Karine Rayson, the crew coach, and today we're talking about leadership. With us, we have Keagan, and he has recently got a promotion. Congratulations, Keagan. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your yachting background, how long you've been working in the industry, and your recent promotion before we get started?
Cool, thank you, Shane. Yeah, obviously, been recently doing the advanced leadership course, getting a lot out of it. My background has been I've been doing yachting for nearly 7 years now. It's been quite a long time. I think looking back, I didn't really have a lot of direction. Had a lot of like personal family responsibilities pull me away from probably like seeing it as a long-term career, and like really settled now to with a new program that I just joined beginning of last year. So going forwards, really exciting, really enjoying the program I'm part of now. It's a new build, and yeah, just recently been promoted to a more leadership, bigger leadership role. And yeah, in terms of the course, it's I mean, I've only, I would say, like a quarter of the way through it, but really enjoying like the aspect of like really not being told how to be, but actually like looking upon yourself and what you have to offer, and exploring those skills that you maybe are not aware of, that you're scared of or not acknowledging, and yeah, really loving it.
Awesome. So I know when you first started the course, the questions were a little bit challenging, and that is normal. That's how the course is designed, and it's required you to think. But I feel like you've gone a leap ahead where you're now processing the content and answering the questions in such a way that it is just increasing your emotional intelligence and it's helping you become a better leader. So could you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like my mentality was like, okay, I'm doing a course, and I did the first section, and there was like a question and answers, and I read the questions, and I was like, it was like, okay, like what is the right and wrong answer here? And it's like, and I even messaged you saying like I was like not exactly sure. It's like I was a bit like not really. Like I was like I didn't know what right or wrong was here, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm gonna get marked badly on this. But it's I've quickly learned to realize it was like there's no real right or wrong. It's just exploring your experiences as an individual, and like exploring how your feelings and emotions and core values and your background, how you then express yourself as a leader. So it's really interesting in that way. Like it's, as you say, it's more of it's not a it is factual, but it's like you're exploring a more emotional side of it, which is really interesting for me. I think it's a great aspect in people actually understanding themselves and exploring themselves as a person, and extracting the best person that you are. Not a course where it's like dictated to you, um, how to be,
Yes.
and yeah, what's expected of you and things. So it's really beneficial in that way.
Fantastic. And I know you did your Helm course, I think it was Helm recently, haven't you? And then you mentioned something about this particular advanced leadership course in your Helm course.
Yes. So I mean, so Helm's only 3 days. It's very, you pitch up at like 9 in the morning, and then you leave sometime, just before, like not late into the afternoon. So it touches on all the topics that we've been covering. Um, but yeah, there it's like it's very like, like you get there, they teach you, they like kind of dictate you. There's a right and wrong. Like so, there's certain ways to answer that. I heard about someone actually failing the course. So it's like, I don't know. It's like I don't think that's the right way about going about it after having done most of the content on this course. where it's like I'm really interested in, like there was like a lot of aspects to it, like I can't even think of it on the top of my head, but like you're really reflecting upon yourself and in certain situations, and um, putting yourself out into an uncomfortable situation and really evaluating yourself and your confidence and your views, and being opening your views and like horizons to someone else's opinions and things like that. Yeah.
True. So it's really stepping into your own power. It's
Hmm.
increasing your emotional intelligence. And what you're describing there is developing your self-awareness.
Hmm.
If we are not aware of our blind spots, which you discovered through the course and the research inquiry, you will set yourself up for failure as a leader. You cannot be ignorant to your areas of improvement, because what will happen is you will stay small. As a leader, to receive feedback, it's not easy, but who's to say we're better than someone else? That's so wrong, isn't it? To think
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah.
an abuse of power.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So, what you've learned from the course so far, I know you said your partner is with you on the vessel. She's done a leadership course and she's been very interested in hearing what you're doing in this particular course and is keen to do another leadership course, this one potentially in the future, after hearing your learnings and growth. What excites you the most in terms of what you can add as a leader to your team?
So yeah, it's something I've obviously really thought about recently a lot, because I've been put into a new role, and you always analyze, okay, what can I bring to the table? So I'm sharing the role with someone else, and I know what they're adding, and I know what their strengths and weaknesses are, and I know I'm looking at my strengths and weaknesses. And I think I've got a very good, I mean, I've on this course, like you made us do like these we've analyzed our core like values and
True. Yes.
like what's the aspects of ourselves,
Mm.
and like kindness, good communication. I'm always very like keen to be open to other people's opinions, and like a lot of things like that came up, and I do think I'll be able to offer a um like ability to, like, people can approach me. I think I'll be very good at actually like that human like
Yes.
interaction, and like,
Yes.
yeah, and like being able to communicate with everyone on a very humane level. Not I'm like less factual as most other people. So I'm always keen to embrace other people's skills, and like really like not really like step back in a way, but and let people explore and like interact with their own skills and things like that. So I'm
Beautiful.
hoping to bring some form of that. Yeah.
Awesome. So, closing question: what's your biggest advice as a leader in terms of one thing you shouldn't do as a leader, and then one thing you should do as a leader? And I'm really putting you on the spot here because everyone who's listening, I do not prepare my interviewees with the questions beforehand. It's totally organic, totally on the spot. So yeah, Keagan, if you can think of something that jumps to you in terms of that question, I'd love to know what that would be.
So shouldn't and should. Gosh, yeah. Shouldn't. Um, I think shouldn't is like trying to think back on my past and my experiences. I think shouldn't is like some people just view getting a task done as like something a task getting done is like you have to extract as much as you can out of that person for that task to get done. But I think there's a lot more, so people shouldn't see it like that, where it's just black and white. Um I think they should like be a lot more interactive with people, like understanding what your crew member, your team, the individuals, their personalities, what they enjoy, what they don't enjoy, where they want to improve, and
Yeah.
yeah, where their interests lie. So I think shouldn't is like not just seeing people as black and white. That's your position on board, and that's what you're expected to do, and that's that.
Got it. Yeah.
And then you're getting your paycheck, and then you're expected to be happy.
Yes.
So yeah, so I think that's a shouldn't. I mean, I don't know if that's the best answer, but yeah, that's just how I personally see it. But yeah.
No, it's an
Um
amazing answer. Reason being is because this course teaches you how to be a transformational leader, as you know, and what you've described there of what a leader should do are all skills relating to transformational leadership. And that's
hmm,
an ability to listen, an ability to guide, support, coach, and
yeah,
motivate and connect and build a rapport. And those
yeah,
are hard things to achieve.
exactly. And I don't think it's, yeah, not everyone has that like conscious way of going about working and leading a team. So yeah,
Well,
I think
Keegan, thank you. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
it makes it unique if you can like
Yeah,
engage with. Yeah.
absolutely. And so, so important. It will go a long, long way. And that's how you gain respect as well. You cannot
Hmm.
think as a leader, because you're a leader, you've got the stripes, and now people will respect you. It doesn't work that way. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really like it's really taking what your team has and utilizing it to the absolute best. And in turn, they will completely they'll be happy, and like if you encourage them to like explore their interests and what they want to achieve and everything like that, you'll be making them a better person, and that they can like then have a lot more to offer to the team. And yeah, just going forward, it makes your life easier, really. And like everyone can be a lot more happier. And it's not just and that doesn't just become just a job where, you know, the
100%.
jobs are,
Yeah, and on that note, what it does, it increases productivity and efficiency, which will benefit the vessel at large. But not only that, that will permeate into the guest or owner's experience. And that's ultimately what we're trying to achieve. Yeah.
yeah, just the one other thing that I would like to add to that is I think, the industry is obviously boomed in the last like 15 years. And there's a lot that's changed and moved forward with like the boats getting bigger and the teams getting bigger. Then like especially in the male like dominated section of deck department, a lot of the mentality is like, you got to go do your courses. Like it's all very hard skills they refer to them
Yes.
as. And that it's all factual, and it's all like knowledge, and how to act with this situation. But I think a lot of the time, um I'm really liking this type of course because you're really now exploring your leadership skill and like actually adding value. Because I mean, sometimes you'll see someone get into a captain's role, but they completely have zero EQ, and then like people then talk about the boat badly, and then it has a whole knock-on effect about crew then go to another boat and talk badly about the boats. And so I'm really enjoying the course in terms of like this course is now exploring your soft skills,
Yes.
where you're really applying yourself and really um people are actually learning to be utilize the best out of the not the facts and information. Like they're actually utilizing people and their skills and background and what they have to offer. So I really dig that side of it.
Right. And that's the thing. Like I've done so many degrees and attended so many lectures. There's nothing worse than investing in a course and it is so boring, and you walk away and you don't even use what you've learned. But that's why we do it for 3 months, because it gives you the space to reflect. You have the group coaching experience where you can process that content, share experiences, and then you go out on the field and you apply what you've learned.
Yeah.
So that helps that information to stick, rather than what we learned at school. The way of learning was, well, how I did it was basically rope learning, and you absorb all the content and basically regurgitate it. And then the next day I wouldn't remember a thing of what I had actually learned off by heart. So it's not an effective way to learn.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, so like the thing is, like this course, you just get a lot more out of it. There was something I wanted to say now regarding yeah, like just like applying yourself, the soft skills. Oh, so like, I mean, the 3-day course that we have to do in our OWs, it's very, it like just touches on a lot of these subjects. But one of the you know, like it doesn't really go into depth, and really people don't take it seriously enough. And it's really important side of it, like, because it has a knock-on effect with safety on board, people's well-being, you know, executing job and work, like making it sustainable, like securing crew for a long period of time. So it's very, very important that we're very aware of like a lot of like things that this course touches on. And yeah, for yourself too, because like you said, I think from the one module, it's feedback, and it's like really putting yourself out there, like looking for people to really grill you, and like get the fastest way of growing yourself is like actually getting that feedback, and like understanding how people view you, and how you can improve, or what's good and that you can be proud of about yourself. So yeah.
So true. So true. Keagan, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations once again. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the course. I know we're wrapping up the course in just a couple of weeks, but yeah, I wish you all the best in your leadership journey.
Oh, of course.